Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, you are watching What You Need.
You know, there are fighters who just bring you great fights. And this fighter I'm about to talk about in the series, boxers who we don't talk about today. This fighter was an action fighter, great fighter, brought you great fights. In fact, he brought two great fights of the year. This fighter is Bobby Shah Khan. 16-year career from 1972 to 1988. Courtesy of Elie Seckbach's channel, I was able to see them actually giving tribute to Bobby Shah Khan. Not only that, but they had the Bobby Shah Khan Foundation, which you can donate to. Go check out Elie Seckbach's channel. But also they had some interviews with some other really great fighters there. Now, the thing about Bobby Shah Khan's career to me that inspires me a lot is seeing that even though he failed a number of times, he still persevered to succeed. If you look at his career, which began in 1972, he was on a winning streak all the way until he faced Ruben Olivares in 1973 for the NABF featherweight title, which he lost. And Ruben Olivares beat him so badly that he could not come out in the 9th round. But that never deterred him. He continued in 1973, winning a succession of other fights. And he got his shot at the vacant WBC World Featherweight title against Alfredo Marcano. And he was able to win that title by knockout against Marcano, knocking him out in the 9th round. He then defended the title against Jesus Estrada, knocking him out in the 2nd round. And then he faced Ruben Olivares, the same guy that he lost to when he vied for the NABF title, again beat him a 2nd time, knocking him out in the 2nd round. He would go on to lose to Rafael Limon by unanimous decision 2 fights later. But that never stopped him. He continued to ply on, winning fights and beating opponents. He faced Ruben Olivares, and this time he got a win over him, a unanimous decision win. But then in the very next fight in 1977, he lost to Arturo Leon by split decision. He would go on to face Rafael Limon, and this time he would draw with him for the NABF Super Featherweight title. And it was a technical draw because Limon's eye was cut very badly. He would go on to face for the Super Featherweight title, and now he faced Alexis Arguello and lost to him, not being able to come out and fight after 7 rounds. So he lost again in his title bid at the super featherweight level. He would face Rafael Limon. This time he would defeat him. He'd face Cornelius Boza Edwards in his 2nd attempt at the super featherweight title. And he would lose to Cornelius Boza Edwards, being retired in the 13th round. He just couldn't come out to fight. But this never discouraged him. He got back on his horse. He started fighting a number of fights. And he faced Rafael Limon in 1982, 8 years since his first title shot, which he won at featherweight, and this time at super featherweight. In the 1982 Fight of the Year by Ring Magazine, Rafael Limon lost to Bobby Shah Khan. Shah Khan was dropped twice, and Limon was dropped late in the fight in the final round, and he was able to take that fight. After winning that, he faced Cornelio Boza Edwards, who was a former world champion at super featherweight, and he was able to defeat him. He knocked down Boza Edwards 3 times, and he was knocked down himself once in that fight, which was another Fight of the Year by Ring Magazine. What's interesting about Bobby Shah Khan is, even though he moved up in weight, faced Boom Boom Mancini and lost to him by knockout, and finished off his career with wins, was that this guy, he never quit. He never had quit in him. And because of that, he's a 2-time, 2-divisional world champion. The Ring Magazine has him ranked at the end of 1982 as the number 4 super featherweight or junior lightweight in the world, just below Samuel Serrano, who was the lineal champion at the time. And the fact that he beat guys higher up than him, Cornelius Boza Edwards, who was the number 1 ranked fighter, was amazing. And if you look at his record in 1983, he was ranked the highest he ever was ranked which was number 3 in the world. At the time, Roger Mayweather was the lineal champion. Hector Camacho was number 2. Rocky Lodridge number 3, and Bobby Chacon number 4 in the world, but number 3 contender. And he basically gives you the encouragement or inspiration to never quit in your life. And that's the beauty of this man's story. If you can, check out Elie Seckbach's channel, and you can find out the information of how to contact and donate to his foundation. You guys have a great one.